Demons is an 1872 novel by the Russian writer Fyodor Dostoevsky, based partly on then-current events. It's chiefly about a group of villainous radicals who attempt to trigger a revolution in a provincial town. Their leader, a charismatic young man called Fyodor Stepanovich Verkovensky, convinces his co-conspirators that together they constitute a tiny branch of an underground organisation with tentacles everywhere, and that by their actions they can spark a nationwide insurrection. He undermines the authority of the local governor by exploiting the vanity of the town's notables, and he organises a murder for the purpose of binding his little revolutionary group together in shared guilt and fear. Conceptually, Pyotr Stepanovich Verkovensky is one half of the novel. The other half belongs to his friend and fellow radical, the good-looking aristocrat Nikolai Vsevolodovich Stavrogin, who is conducting a personal experiment in amorality. How far can he or anyone breach the apparently rigorous requirements of conscience? In a chapter of the novel that was censored on first publication, Stavrogin confesses to having seduced an 11-year-old girl, then waited in an adjoining room while she hanged herself. He goes on to marry a madwoman, hoping to ruin his life. In fact, Stavrogin's psychological experiment has failed long before he makes his first appearance in the novel. The importance of Demons is often considered to lie in its prescience. It foresaw the violent extremism of Lenin, Trotsky and Stalin. That makes some readers admire it. They see it as a rejection of moral and political absolutism. I'm not so sure. Philosophically, the third most important character in the novel is an old man, Stepan Verkovensky, Pyotr the Revolutionary's father and Stavrogin's former tutor. Stepan has always been an admirer of Western values, human rights, rationalism, materialism, atheism. These are the demons of the novel's title, and Dostoevsky feels they should be rejected in favour of an authentically Russian ideology rooted in Orthodox Christianity. In the 21st century, the Russia of Lenin, Trotsky and Stalin is long gone, but the idea that Western moral and political values are somehow unsuitable for certain countries persists. So China, for example, isn't very keen on democracy, and Iran and Saudi Arabia aren't very keen on rationalism or human rights, and Russia is quite happy to decriminalise domestic violence, and that's to say nothing of the problems faced by LGBTQ persons in those countries. Are the West's values a moral and political dead end, as Dostoevsky apparently thought, or are they our best hope as a species? The Demons provides one answer to that question. If it's the right answer, then I think we're probably doomed.